games, comics, anime. Codenamed Epic.
Greetings, YouTubers and Codename Epic fans. You're in for a treat today because we have a super bonus stage level of D-pad. Now, I'm here, your host, AG Rocket, with my super special guest, DJ Azur, who you guys might remember from the Kid Icarus Uprising video, and he's here to talk to us about our topic for the day, Japanese imports. Now, DJ, you brought a special game with you today?
Yeah, Super Robot Wars Z2. The reason why I brought this one with me today is because the sequel to this one is actually coming out on Thursday, and I am so excited for it.
Super Robot Wars. So, what is this game about?
This game is just a tactics RPG where it basically just combines all the universes of a bunch of awesome mecha anime, which is my favorite genre of anime, and just combines them into one game.
What kind of mechas are in this game?
There's quite a bit. I mean, I'm sure if you know about mecha, there's actually the real robots, kind of like Gundam, and then there's super robots like Mazinger or Getter Robo, or more recently Gurren Lagann. Actually, this game actually has Gurren Lagann in it and stuff like that. It actually has Gurren Lagann, who's on the box here. It has Aquarion. It has Macross. It has Gundam 00. It has Code Geass. It has even the Eureka 7 movie in this one.
So, how about the fans of the mechas? Are they going to be happy with their favorite characters in this game? Do they play the same way they are in the series?
Yeah, and if you mean like how Gundam Exia is able to just use a sword and just cut through everything essentially in his attack animations, how on the map you could actually have an entire area being told to be more defensive using Lelouch from Code Geass. And if you want to see Gurren Lagann use his Giga Drill Breaker and just utterly annihilate stuff, yeah, it's very faithful.
So you're saying this game's coming out on Thursday. What can we expect from that game?
It's pretty much Super Robot Wars has been going on for 20 years now. It's pretty much more of the same. It's just that I'm actually excited for it because a lot of these series like Code Geass, Gundam 00, Gurren Lagann, a lot of them had one half of a story being told. And now they're actually going to have the second half of the story being told. So we're actually going to see Exia become 00 Riser. We're actually going to see the Code Geass characters have their R2 mechs. And Gurren Lagann's hopefully going to even turn into Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann from the end of the series.
You know, these games, Japanese imports, are actually usually really pricey. Do you think it's really worth for all players to play?
This one specifically, I love it, but it's very niche. You really have to be number one a fan of tactical RPGs, and number two be a fan of most of the series in this game. I mean, I actually knew quite a bit of the series because this has actually had a lot more of the newer series, but a lot of the series I didn't know, but I was introduced to it, and I actually started loving those series alone just because of it. I mean, this game alone cost me about $100. I found it totally worth it because I actually played this game for at least, I'm on my 5th playthrough right now, so I'd probably say about 120 hours at least.
Oh, wow. So it was worth it for you.
Mm-hmm.
How difficult is it to play in a language that you don't know?
It actually was really difficult, especially because I actually started with the DS version, Super Robot Wars Double. This one was actually really hard to get into because I didn't know a single thing. And then I found out online that someone actually made many translations, and that's really all you need. Sure, you're not going to get any the cool story they made that made everything combined together, but at least it'll actually tell you the little special abilities, raising your attack or stuff like that. It actually tells you online what you need to do, or what stats are in the order, so you just raise them the way you would want to.
Now, with Super Robot Wars, do you think that this series is ever going to come to America?
Unfortunately not. I really wish they would. The only thing though is that because in Japan they actually have the series owned by fairly large companies, they're able to collaborate with Banpresto and Bandai Namco to come out with these games. The only thing though is that in America the licenses are spread out all over the place, and the issue with that too, one of the biggest issues in that is Macross Frontier is actually in this game. And the thing about Macross is that, number one, because of the music and because of all the licensing agreements that were done in the past, it's almost impossible to come out with another Macross series in America. So because of all the licensing issues, these games unfortunately are not going to come out to America.
Well, that's a bummer. But how about for other Japanese import games? Do you have any suggestions for people to find online on how to see if the gameplay of it, or to see if they're even interested in buying it?
Well, as I said, Super Robot Wars has been going on for 20 years now, so there's a lot of videos of people playing this game, especially on the PS2, even the Game Boy Advance and whatnot. There's actually quite a bit of imports, and I'd probably say your best bet would be go on YouTube to see if you kind of like what you're seeing, and then you could buy them. The only thing, though, as I said, these are very pricey. That's the issue.
So where can they buy these pricey games?
You could always, since we're talking about imports, there's always imports, but if you want to know where you could buy imports, there's quite a few places. Of course, you could always go on Amazon, and there's always retailers on Amazon. Same thing with eBay. But if you actually live in California, there's actually 2 stores that you could go to. There's Hypergame in LA, I believe, and there's also in Alhambra, Japan Video Games. They've been going on strong for quite a while.
Also, just a disclaimer for you guys, can you talk a little bit about region locks?
Oh, actually, yes. These 2 I'm actually really happy with. The reason why is because both the original DS, unfortunately not the 3DS, and the PSP are not region locked, but you can still play these easily. But some of the older games, like for the Dreamcast and for the PS2 ones, which are like the biggest ones in the series, unfortunately not able to play those ones because those ones are region locked.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to call it time's up right now, so thanks so much, DJ Izzer, for coming over and talking to us about Japanese imports. If you guys want more information about it, go ahead and send us an email at codenameepic@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you if you have any questions, or just leave a comment below on our YouTube page, and we will be sure to get back to you. So thanks, DJ, and we'll talk to you guys later.